Alright, so we're going to go over numeric data types. So there are 6 numeric data types I'm going to go over. It's bytes, shorts, ints, longs, floats, and doubles. So byte, pretty much, it's a data type that can hold this much values. So it has a range of minus 128 to 127. So pretty much if you try and declare a variable using bytes, these are the only numbers it can handle. So any number between these two ranges, that's how much it can handle. So if you try and plug in 128 in your bytes variable, it's gonna give an overflow. It can't handle that high of a number. Then the second one is short. This data type, it can handle this much variables. So from minus 2 to the power 15 to 2 to the power 15 minus 1. So this is its range. Then we have what we know as integers, ints. The amount of numbers it can handle is from minus 2 to the power of 31 to 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. So if you have a number that's greater than that, and you do something like this, for example, int x equals 2 to the power of 31, for example, this will give you an overflow because this number is way too big for int to handle. Then we have a long. This can handle numbers from minus 2 to the power of 36 to 2 to the power of 36 minus 1. Then for floats and doubles, the following is how much they can handle, which is a really ridiculous large of a number. And the next part, we're going to go over something called numeric data types. So there are 5 numeric data types that we're going to go over. It's addition, division, subtraction, multiplication, and modulus. So addition, the first four are pretty simple. So for example, integers, let's call this x equals 5 and y equals 2. Actually, let's do doubles instead. These are going to be much better for us to work with. And let's add a print statement. So x plus y, this will just give us 7. Then we do x minus y, this will give us 3. Then we do a multiplication, x times y, this will give you 10. Let me just erase this, okay? And then x over y, this will give you 2.5. But then there's x modulus y. What is that? So modulus is pretty much a remainder. So how many times does 2 go into 5? Well, it goes into 5 2 times, and what's your remainder at the end? It's a 1, right? So at the end, you get 1, yeah. So pretty much, if you do long division, you can find moduluses. So let's go over some examples of moduluses. So let's say you have 10 modulus 3. How would that work? So let's work with this. How many times does 3 go into 10? Well, it goes in 3 times. So then we do 3 times 3, which is 9. Subtract these, and our remainder is 1. So 10 modulus 3 is 1. Now, what about 128 modulus 8? Again, let's do long division. How many times does 8 go into 128? Well, it goes in 16 times. 16 times 8, that's 128. Our remainder is 0, so our modulus is 0. Now, what about 8 modulus 20? What does that equal to? All right. How many times does 20 go into 8? Well, it goes in 0 times. So 20 times 0, subtract it. So 8 is, yeah, 20 times 0 is 0. So 8 minus 0, that's just 8. And that's your final answer. All right, so let's try and collect user input for the new value types we just talked about. So let's set up our scanner. Okay, and let's do a print statement. Enter a byte value. Let's do uppercase B, byte value. All right, and so we're gonna do byte. Let's do, yeah, val byte. That's great. Okay, scanner dot next. We're gonna choose next byte. All right. Now then, let's add a new statement. Enter a long value. Long long. Val long equals scanner dot next long. Oh, and by the way, you can name these whatever you want. All right. Now next, we're gonna do enter a short value. So it'll be short val short equals scanner dot next short. Okay. And then let's close our scanner. And let's also at the end, let's have everything print out. All right. So let's run this. Enter a byte value. Okay, so we know we can't go, we can't do like 300 because that's going to be too large. So what if we do 300? Okay, so it's out of range. So it has to be within the range that they allow you to do it. So let's do 3 there, short value there. All right, awesome.